Hi there, welcome to Tim and Nic Chats, where we answer questions about life, love, and relationships. As is our procedure, I flip a coin. This is a JFK 50-cent coin, by the way. And my lovely wife, Nicole, will call heads or tails to see who asks the first question.
So, what's this shit?
Male domination.
That's not happening.
The arm. I'm feeling intimidated and belittled.
As you should.
Thank you. My self-esteem is plunging. How do you like that?
Tails.
Again, you get it.
I love
I
winning.
get a new coin. Okay.
Okay, so this week's question is about the
The I know the
about the physical experience that you are having with getting older, and how you're dealing with the fact that 5 years ago, if you went and played basketball with your boys, you pretty much destroyed them, and now the tables have turned. So how are you dealing with that? And just want to grind it in this week.
Can you repeat the question? I blacked out after you said getting old, something like that. Yeah. Oh. Wow, you're striking right at the heart today here. Okay. I'm going to change my question anyway. It sucks. Is that good enough for you?
Okay, let's
Be serious?
Let's be serious for a second, because a lot of people are going through this. They're getting older, and I think for women there's experiences of getting older that suck, but I think for men, the physical, like you can't do what you used to do sports wise. You're a sports guy,
and your balance is worse.
Yeah.
Going up a ladder, teetering. Whoa. Okay,
So
I'll try.
let me just say though,
Right.
I do think you've dealt with it really well. I honestly and truly, as
I really haven't.
But I mean, seriously, I think you've dealt with it pretty well. And I think it's something that men have a hard time with. But I don't think you let it affect your life and your experience.
It's just the facts of life coming at you. Getting up in the morning, creak, 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 and Okay, so I'll try to be a little more serious about this, if I can. She used to bug me about, why don't you ever let the boys win? You've always got to beat them and all this stuff. And so I knew my day was coming. Corey's 22, Keaton's 17. They're both well over 6 feet. Just last week, I went and played basketball with them. It was humiliating because as I'm standing here guarding someone, my mind knows I should be doing this and that. So the mind's still working. But the body's still way over there, kind of like slugging it way over, like one of those little slugs that leaves a little pitter patter on the cement. And they're blowing by me and dunking the ball. So I was prepared for the humiliation. Best thing to do is enjoy the moment and know that it happens to everyone at every stage. However, stay in shape, keep having fun with your kids, and know it's coming. Eat right, be healthy, all that stuff, and maybe you'll stave a few years off the humiliation, but I can't count on it. So that's my answer.
And I will say, so I could hear that game happening when you guys were, excited. I could hear it. It was a little ways away from the house, but when you guys were playing, and you were still having a good time.
Yeah.
Even though you were being absolutely destroyed.
Yeah. Well, I'm proud of my kids.
That's true.
They can do that.
But I think that's cool, because I think sometimes people have difficulty embracing and enjoying the moment if they're not winning.
Oh, that's not me.
That'll be next question. All right, maybe your turn.
Okay, well, that was fun. I think I have a more serious one today.
Okay.
We both have aging parents. Yes.
We do.
Your dad's in great shape. He's sharp.
Yes.
Me being a tad bit older than you. That's a long tad. My mom not doing so well. And I think as a married couple, everybody will go through this at one time or another where you have aging parents and you have to communicate about it and take care of it. So just what do you think are a couple things that you've done for me, and or you see that I could do for you as your dad ages?
Well, it's interesting because watching you, I mean, you're in a much different situation because your mother's now in the home, and that whole process of putting her in the home. I observed your family, which was pretty awesome because I love how connected your family is. And there was, there's not like the whole, well, I want to have this and I want to have that. It's like, what's best for mom, and nobody has to have anything. And it's just, how can we take care of the situation? So I think it's just being supportive and being there for each other is the most important part. I like to say that my dad's in great shape, and there's 70-year-old men that are on the edge of life, and then there's 70-year-old men that are just right in the prime of their life, and I feel like that's my father. That being said, I mean, even my father and I have discussed I'm going to have to deal with this, and it was interesting. One of the things that I learned dealing with your mother and being out there as we were just recently was I mean, the reality is I'm much younger than you or my parents, and so I'm going to be the last one, and the kids are going to be kind of in charge of me. So I better treat my kids right so that they don't love me when I'm
Don't let them know they have the upper hand.
The truth is they do. But I think it's supporting and just saying, what do you need? And, how asking you, what do you need from me? Or how can I help? Or how can I support? Or, and the reality is understanding that family is one of the most important things. And I don't necessarily mean blood. I just mean the people that you surround yourself with, that you consider your family. And so for you, your mom is important and your siblings are important. And so if we have to drop everything and go take care of what needs to be taken care of, then I'm totally open to that. I mean, that's the most important pieces of life. So just being there for you and whatever you need. And hopefully when I don't even want to think about when I'm going through the same thing with my father. You already have done this once with your dad, which was very difficult for you. And
well, he left too early.
He was way too young.
He checked out.
Yeah, he was way too young.
I only beat him once in golf my entire life.
No.
Isn't that? I'm not competitive though. Going back to the other video.
No.
But no, one technical point, check in on your parents and make sure when they say, oh, I've got everything planned, make sure they really do. Just go through it with them in a very, familiar, non-threatening manner. Just say, hey, let's check up on all the details of getting older, right?
I think the reality is you can prepare for your, last few years of life all you want on paper, but when the reality of you now need to move into the home hits, I think a lot of people are really resistant to that, even though they've prepared for that. And it's like, but I'm not there yet, so the acceptance of being there is I think tough for a lot of people.
Well, Keaton is our youngest, and he has already threatened me many times with moving me into Sedona Winds. My diet will be sake and cream corn. And where he came up with that, I don't even know.
Well, you like sake, but you despise cream corn.
So was it yin and yang there?
Honey, don't worry. Okay. I'll be here for your old age. I'll be making those decisions.
Anyway, so that's today. Great answer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you more.
We know this video is only the beginning, and we'd love to discuss today's topic with you further. So come on by timandnicchats.com and leave a comment. We also would love to know what questions you'd like us to ask in future videos, so submit your questions on our website.
If you got some value out of today's video, please share on Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe to see what she's up to next.
Thanks for stopping by, Tim and Nic Chats, and we'll talk to you next week.
See ya. I'm looking right at the camera.
We
Get that fart. Okay.
Did you just tease me?
Maybe.
You're such an ass.
No, I'm just biding my time. Oh, we're talking. That was for you gophers out there.
I'm gonna kick your ass. Shut up so I can do my lines.